All right, welcome everyone. Craig with All-Star Lineup Baseball again, here for the first game in the next series in our 1927 playoff tournament. Back in the AL now, we have the second and third seeds, second seed Athletics and the third seed Washington Senators going at it, and we're at home in Philadelphia. So Washington is, as visitors, batting first. Lefty Grove from Philadelphia is on the mound, and he's facing off against Hod Lisenby on the other side. So first thing we're going to do, let's check and see if they get platoon splits today or not. 1 to 3, lefty is on. And he is on today, so he gets his splits. Let's try Hod. He is not. Okay, so what that means is when lefty faces a lefty, he gets another +1 advantage. Okay, so let's go ahead and kick this off. I'll show you how that works as we go along. Leading off, we got Sam Rice coming up. Sam is playing right field, and he is yellow rated, so he's -1 to lefty, but he's also a lefty, so he's -2. So we'll take 2 away from the red die. Pitcher wins it, and that is a line out. The infield line out to shortstop. So 1 away quickly in the top of the first. And we go on to Bucky Harris. He's -1 because he's yellow rated, and lefty's green rated, but he's not our lefty, so he's just -1. Batter wins it. The red die's batter. 3 on his card is a single. All right, so we put Bucky Harris on first. There's a single to right field. All right. All right, let's see. Unless I've got a blue rated right fielder, which I don't, we're going to say that Harris stays put there with a single to right field. All right. That brings up Tris Speaker, and Speaker is a lefty, so he's -2 to Grove. And he wins it anyway with a 4. 6 -2 is 4. And that is an 18 on his card. That's a walk. So 2 men on, and we have 1 out. Sorry, I didn't put that on there earlier. All right. That brings up Goose Goslin. He's green rated like Grove, but he's a lefty, so he's -1. So we'll take 1 away from the red die. Pitcher wins it as a line out. And that is a line out to shortstop. Okay, so there's 1 out. Now what we got to see is these guys both, we got to check and see who makes it back to the bases. All right. Bucky Harris on second. It's a green rated runner. I'm going to say you're looking at, from a defensive standpoint, you're talking about a line up to shortstop. Okay, so the shortstop is Galloway. He's blue rated. Throwing to second baseman, who is Collins. He's yellow rated. So they're -1 on defense. All right. Harris is +1. So he's going to make it back. I mean, basically, he's if he rolls 1 to 5, he's safe. So he's +2 on them. So anything but a 6, he's safe. All right. So he's back. All right. And since he's the closest one to shortstop, that's where we'll end that. All right. So they're both still on, but now we got 2 outs. All right. That brings up Judge, and he's a lefty, so he's -2 to Lefty Grove. 4 -2 is 2. Pitcher wins that with a strikeout. That's a K, and it's a strikeout swinging. All right. So that is the 3rd out of the inning. Be Muddy Rule up next for them, and we go on to the bottom half of the first with no score yet. And nobody on. Nobody out, nobody on. I'll go ahead and put our score here. If you see something I do, you got a question, be sure and put it in the comments. I'll come back to it and answer it, so you kind of understand what I'm doing. All right, flipping over to the bottom half of the first. Lisenby, whose platoon splits are not working for him. He's green rated. Collins is green rated. But Lisenby, I don't know if you can see it very well or not. I'll lift it up here so you can see a little better. See his card? has a watermark, a star behind the name. That means he was a top 10 pitcher that year. So he'll be +1 on Collins. All right. So let's take one away from the red die. Pitcher wins it. It's a 5. It's a ground out. And that's a ground out to third. So 1 out. Collins back in the dugout. All right, Sammy Hill coming up. Sammy is -1 to Lisenby. And pitcher wins it. And that is a K. It's a strikeout. And that is a strikeout swinging. 1 to 3 is looking. 4 to 6 is swinging for strikeouts. Okay. What you see here too, this game is very modular. You can choose to do this. You can play it any way you want to. You could ignore the colors. You could play straight up. You can do a lot of different things. But this is showing you the way I like to play the game, the way the basic rulers or the advanced ruler set up. All right, Simmons is up. These guys are tied up. They're both green rated. They both have a star, so they're even up. Batter wins it. That's a single on his card. So Simmons is on first, and that was a single right over third base. Now, he's a yellow rated runner. And let's see here. Our left fielder is Goslin, and he's yellow rated. So he's average. So in that case, I'm not going to chance him trying to go for second. It means it'd be even up for him to try to go. So that brings up Ty Cobb to the plate. Cobb's green rated, but he's not got the star this season. He does in others, but not this one. And so that means he is -1. So we take 1 away from the red die. And that means 4 minus 1 is 3. That means a tie. We pull a wild card. Cobb lays down a bunt. Gets on base with a bunt. Everybody advances. So there to there. Probably didn't see that a whole lot. But there you have it. 2 men on. For the home team. We got 1 out in the inning. All right, here we go. Mickey Cochran coming up. He's green rated. So he'll be -1 to Hod because of the star. Pitcher wins that handily, easily. That's a ground out. The second out. And that's a ground out. It's a little number to the catcher. All right. So I would say we're going to first base with that. 2 runners advance. All right, and we're going second to first base to see if our boy Cochran makes it. He's yellow rated. Our catcher is green rated. Throw into our first baseman, who is Judge, who's green rated. They're +2. All right, so +2 to even on 0 basically on runners. That means he's got to roll a 1 to be safe. So let's see. We've got 2 outs already. He's got to roll a 1 to be safe. And he did. He is safe at first. So how about that? No, never mind. I take that back. We didn't do none of that. Sorry. I'm not thinking. It's early. I'm not thinking right. He's out. He's the out at first. So that's done. And that is our 3rd out. So he is out on me. Throw from catcher to first base. Sorry, y'all. I'll do that once in a while, but hopefully not often. Okay. So into the inning. No runs. But a little bit of a threat there from the Athletics. All right, so we move on to the second. No score in the bottom half of the first. Still nothing. All right. All right, here we go. Lefty Grove again. Rocks and fires to Mindy Rule. He is +1. So we'll take 1 away from the 6. That makes it 5. He still wins it with a 4. That is a single on Rule's card. So he is on first. That's a single. 2. Straight back up the middle. All right. Rule gets on. Oh, no, wait. I could be, am I wrong there? Yes, no, it's Judge. All right, Judge will be the same way with, we got to redo this. We got to redo him because Judge is up. And Judge is a lefty, so he's actually -2. So we got to roll again. Fix my error here. All right, here's Judge. Pitcher wins that one. That is a fly out, and it's a fly out to third base. All right, we'll pop up on the infield for 1 out. Now we got Muddy Rule coming up. He's -1, or Muddy Rule, -1. Pitcher wins that one too. That's a line out from the pitcher. Line out to the catcher, so that basically means he caught the third strike. So, okay, 2 down. All right, caught foul tip. All right, we got Topper Rigney coming up. He's just -1 to Grove. So here we go. Doesn't matter. Pitcher wins it. Grove sets him down, gets him to pop up, and it was to center field. So there's our final out of the inning. So 1, 2, 3. Grove is out of the second. Go to the bottom second. Still no score. All right. Jamie Foxx coming up. Fox playing first. He is a righty, so he would have a -1, another -1, but he doesn't because Hod's platoon splits aren't working for him. But he is -1 because although they're both screen rated, he's got the watermark on there. So he is -1. So we'll take 1 away from the red die. Pitcher wins it. It's a 10. That's a ground out. Ground out to first base. So, all right. He is out. We got 1 out. All right. I want to do that one. All right, moving on. Zach Wheat coming up. Wheat is -1. 6 -1's a 5. Pitcher wins it. And that is a strikeout on Lisenby's card. And we'll see if he was looking or swinging. Looking is 1 to 3. He was looking. Run him up. All right. Chick Galloway coming up with 2 outs. Here we go. -1 for Chick. 6 -1's 5. He wins that one. That's a single on his card. So Galloway's up first. Put him on first. Just so we know, it was a single out into right field. So he gets a hit. And he's on, and the pitcher Grove is coming up. Grove is -2 to Lisenby. Pitcher wins that one easily. That's a line out. So Grove lines out to the shortstop to end the inning. All right. So another scoreless half inning. We roll on to the top of the third. And in the third, Washington sends Ossie Bluge up. And he is a righty. So Grove is only +1, so -1 on the red die for him. He wins it 5-1. A 16 on his card is a walk. So we'll leave that on first and put him on first. All right. Now we move on to Lisenby. Come up to the plate. He's -2. 4 -2 is 2. Pitcher wins it. And that's a strikeout on his card. He struck him out swinging. Okay, first out. First base. All right, moving on back to the top of the order. 1 man on. Now we got 1 out. Here comes Sam Rice. He's a lefty, so he's -2 to Grove. So Grove deals to him, and Grove wins it 3-1. Take away the 2. An 18 is a line out. So that's a line out to shortstop. Now let's see if our green rated runner here, Blues, got back to first or not. He's +1. Our shortstop is -1, Galloway. All right, and our first baseman is Fox, who is average. So these guys are -1. He's +1. Okay, so he has a 2-point advantage. That means if he rolls anything but basically a 1, he'll make it back. All right. I mean, Blues we're talking about. And it's a 1. They doubled him off. Well, it happens, kids. All right. So that'll end the inning. Let's see. Harris. That is... All right. So Harris will be up next inning. Go to the bottom of the third. No score in the Washington half of the inning. Let's see what the Athletics can get going over here. All right, here we go. Top of the order with Eddie Collins. Collins is straight up, even up with his Livingston. And he wins that battle. 18 on his card is a walk. So base on balls for him. He is on at first. All right. So first base, the walk. And here comes Sammy Hale. Hale's -1 to Livingston. So a little advantage there. Pitcher wins it. That's a ground out to shortstop. So we're going to say that's the first half of this double play. Okay, so the 6-4 portion of the 6-4-3 works. Okay, so he's out. Collins is out. Now we're going to see if Hale, who's yellow rated, makes it to first. Okay, our shortstop is Rigney, who's blue rated. Okay, and it should be the second baseman. Sorry, second baseman's Harris, who's yellow rated, and then our first baseman is green rated, so they're +1. Okay, runner is yellow, so the defense is a +1 advantage. So instead of 1-3 making him safe, it'll be 1-2. And he's safe. He did make it. So just 1 out on that, and that's puts Hale on first base. All right. All right. Al Simmons coming up. Simmons is even up with Hod Lisenby. And the Sidewinder rocks and fires. And here we go. Pitcher wins it. That is a line out for the pitcher. So straight back to first baseman. That is L3. All right. Now we're going to check Hale. First base is green. That means he's +1 on Hale. So 1-2, he's safe. He's safe. So he's on there. Another out. All right. All right, here comes Ty Cobb again. He is -1 to Lisenby. And Lisenby wins it with a ground out right to shortstop. So quick flip to second base, get the easy out, and that's the third out of the inning. So at the end of 3, we are still knotted up at 0-0 here. No score yet. All right. Back and forth, back and forth. Okay. Mickey Harris coming to the plate. He is -1 to Lefty Grove. So Lefty deals to him. Batter wins at 6-1. It's a single on his card. So, all right, it was a single out to left field. All right. If you're wondering, 1927, you're not going to see a lot of home runs. I mean, to give you an example, some of the guys who even have a home run on their card here only have one. Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig each have 3. Okay, and they'll be probably the most you'll see in this season. So it wasn't home runs that was getting the job done back then. A lot of stolen bases, a lot of base hits, a lot of doubles, a lot of triples too. Almost everybody has a triple, or at least one triple on their card here. All right. Tris Speaker coming up. He is -2 to lefty because he's a lefty and he's yellow rated, so he's -2. Pitcher wins that easily. It's a fly out. It's a fly ball to center field. So there's our out. Speaker's average, my center fielder, is Simmons, who is green rated. So that means Speaker's not going anywhere. All right. I mean, Harris is not going anywhere. They'd be even up, and there's no sense in doing that. All right. So now we have, one out. I had that on the second already. All right. So let's take a look here. We got Goose Goslin coming up. He's a lefty, so he is -1 to Grove already, but he's -2 because Grove has the star and he doesn't. All right, so he's -2. Pitcher wins it, and that's a strikeout. And for him, that was a strikeout swinging. Sorry, trashed my lineup over here. All right, so Goslin goes down swinging. And we have 2 outs in the inning. Joe Judge coming up, another lefty, so he's -2 as well. There we go. Pitcher wins it. It's at 19. Ends the inning with a line out, or a caught foul tip by the catcher. And there we go. Here goes the top half of the 4th. And we got no score still. All right. Leaves one stranded, and we go to the bottom half of the inning with Cochran coming up. Cochran is -1 to Lisby. So Lisby wins that one. That's a fly out on his card, and that's a fly out into left field. So one quick out. On to Jimmy Fox is coming up. Jamie Foxx. What's happening? Jimmy Foxx coming up. He's -1. Pitcher wins it 1-0. It's an 11. That's another ground out. Ground out to the pitcher. So flips it to first base for the second out. All right. All right. Zach Wheat coming up. He is -1. And the pitcher wins it. That's a strikeout from Lisby. And that's a strikeout swinging. So down goes Zach Wheat. And we roll on to the 5th. So far it is a pitcher's duel, which you would expect from these two guys. I mean, both of them have the star watermark for a reason. Both of them are in the Hall of Fame. Right, Lisby's not in the Hall of Fame. Arguments for him to be in the Hall of Fame were made. Okay, now we're back over to the Senator side. Buddy Rule is up. On lefty, he's a righty, so he's only -1. Okay, here we go. 5 -1 doesn't matter. You roll an 8 as a pitcher, you're going to win every time. It's a fly out to center field. All right. Topper Rigney. Come up. Sorry, 1 out. Sorry, I leave this over here sometimes. I've got it in my scorebook here, so I'll keep it straight one way or the other. All right, Rigney is a righty, so he's just -1. 3 -1 is 2. He wins that one. That's a single on his card. So he's on first. And that brings up Blues again. And let's see here. Aussie is a righty, so he's -1. Pitcher wins it. That is a 5 on this card. That's a strikeout. So for lefty Grove, it's another strikeout swinging that time. All right, so we got Lisenby coming up now. It's pitcher versus pitcher. He's -2. It's a 3 for the pitcher. Pitcher wins that. 17 is a line out. That is a line out. Catcher. So again, another foul tip caught. And on we go. Bottom of the 5th. All right. All right, Galloway coming up. He is -1 to Lisenby. Pitcher wins at 5-3. And that's an 18 on his card, which is a line out to second base. All right. Okay. Lefty Grove coming up. He's -2. Pitcher wins that one too. That's a fly out to the second baseman. So 2 quick plays by our second baseman. Keeping Harris busy over there. So we can leave the little thing there. All right. And then we go back to the top of the order with Eddie Collins coming up. Eddie's -1. Eddie, that's a 3. Steve wins it. That's a 13 on his card. That's a walk. So Collins is on with a walk. All right, he's on first. All right, make sure I got everything showing right. Sammy Hale is -1. Pitcher wins it, strikeout. Lisenby sets him down, swinging. So, more of the same in the 5th, kids. No score yet. All right. All right. On to the 6th. All right. Now, first thing we got to do before we move on is, first of all, I got to have the right batter coming up, and that is not Rice. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. First thing we're gonna do is check lefty and make sure he's at 5.1 his innings per appearance. So we passed the 5th inning. So we're gonna check and see if we need to downgrade him to a D6. So 1 to 3 we downgrade him, and we do. I'm leaving him in there, though, for his platoon splits. We'll see how that happens. But now the pitcher and the batter are rolling the same die. So it's a little better for the hitters. Should be a little better, but isn't always. All right. So here we go. He's -2. Pitcher wins that one. Well, that's an 8. That's a ground out. Ground out second. All right, 1 down. I guess I'm going to get these guys off base, huh? All right, Sam Rice coming up. Sam's a lefty, so he's -2. So 4 minus 2 is 2. Pitcher wins it. It's a line out. Another Copper's foul tip. Okay, 2 down. Okay, Bucky Harris. All right, Bucky is a righty, so he's just -1. All right. 3 minus 1 is a 2, so pitcher wins it. And that's the line out to first base. So not a lot happening in the scorebook here. Lots of Ks, lots of lineouts, groundouts. Bottom line is no score. All right, so Lefty Grove holding scoreless. We move on, and it is, let's see, that was Hale. We got Simmons now coming up. He is even up. So here we go. Batter wins it 6-2. It's a single on his card. So we put him up first. And we'll see if Ty Cobb can get him around here. All right, it was a single to right field. All right. Well, here comes Cobb. Cobb is -1. Three -1 to 2. He wins it. And 11. That's a double on Cobb's card. So he's rolling around to second. Simmons is at third. Question is he going to go on home? All right. So where did Cobb hit that to? Let's see, it's a double. So 1 to 2 is left, 3 to 4 is center field, 5 to 6 right. So left field. All right. So we're looking at our left fielder and our catcher to see if it's worth him trying to get there. All right. He's yellow rated, so that's a 0. All right. Our left fielder is Goslin. He's yellow rated. The catcher's green rated. That's +1. All right. So the defense has the advantage here. With nobody out, I think we're going to have to hold up Simmons at third. If it had been the other way around, it had been Cobb on third, I'd send him because he would have at least evened it up. All right. So Mickey Cochran coming up, and we'll see what he can get done here with runners at second and third and nobody out. All right, Cochran is -1. And pitcher wins it. That's a 5. That's a ground out. And that is going to be an RBI. That's a second base. So that is going to be basically second to first for the out. We score a run, and that puts Cobb on third. But there's now 1 out. All right, so Cochran gets the RBI. And we still have a runner on at third base for Jimmy Fox. All right. Let's see here. We can try to get some scorebook properly here. Get that run there. All right. All right, Jimmy Fox coming up. He is -1 with 1 out. Pitcher wins it. Strikes him out. And he strikes him out looking. So Fox retired. Now we have 2 outs. Still got a runner at third for Zach Wheat. And Wheat is -1. Wheat loses that one. It's another strikeout for Lisby. That's a strikeout looking too. So he run up 2 of them right there in a row. Got his outs, but not before we have our first run of the game, kids. That is Philadelphia, the hometown boys, leading 1-0. All right. So we roll back to the top of what is now the 7th. And it will be Speaker coming up. Now, he's a lefty, so he's -2 to Grove. All right. There we go. Grove wins that, and he strikes him out swinging. Speaker sits down, and Gosselin's coming up. 1 out. Gosselin is green rated, but the star makes it a -1 for him. So that makes it a tie. That means we're going to pull a wild card. Rain delay. Pitcher's next roll, -1. Put that chair. So remember, we're going to roll it again. So instead of him being -1, they're even up. And the batter wins it. The 19 on his card is a bunt hit, so he lays one down, and he gets on at first. And that is a bunt towards the shortstop. So he lays it down and is on first. All right, Judge coming up. Judge is -2 to Grove. Take away the rain delay. Pitcher got a little cold in the dugout. All right, -1. Sorry, he's -2. He's a lefty as well. Pitcher wins it. It's a 9 on his card. That is a ground out. All right, that is a ground out. Straight back to the pitcher. All right, so the first out's going to be right there. So Goslin is out. So the question is whether Judge makes it to first. All right, so that was a left-handed batter, which means shortstop's covered second. So that means we're looking at the 6-3 portion of it to see if he made it or not. Okay. The shortstop is Galloway, and Galloway is blue rated. The first baseman is Fox, who's yellow rated. So they're -1. Okay. So that means 1 to 4, Judge is safe at first. That's a 1. He's safe. All right. So just add the out there, and he is safe. Okay. So on the 1, and Judge on it first. On the field first. All right. Muddy Rule coming up. 2 down now. And Rule is just -1 to lefty. So here we go. Doesn't matter, lefty sits him down to line out to the shortstop. All right. There we have it. Top of the 7th over. All right. The Athletic faithful would love to see a few more runs here, so let's see what we can do with the Athletics. Chip Galloway coming up. Lisenby, I'm sorry, I downgraded him already to a D6. If I did, I can't remember if I did check or not. If I didn't, sorry about that, but I was going to leave him in anyway. But he's downgraded to a D6 and has been. So here comes Galloway. And Galloway is -1. So that's a tie. Pull this up. Home field advantage. Next 2 rolls +1. So that means he's even now instead of being down 1. Pitcher die again. Who's on the floor? Another tie? No, I don't pull a wild card when there's already a wild card active. So +1 again for they're even up again. Batter wins it. So that means Galloway gets a hit or gets on base. 5 on his card is a single. So Galloway at first base. That's just a rule. I don't pull another wild card if one of those is active like that. Less the chances of interfering with each other. All right. Galloway is on. There's a single 2. Left field. All right. Now here comes Grove to the plate. Grove is -2. Grove loses that one. To 17 on Lisenby's card to line out. Straight back to the pitcher. All right. So we got 1 out. Still got Galloway on first. Here comes Eddie Collins. Let's see if he can Galloway around. He is -1. And he does get a hit, and it's a double. All right, so that means our boy Galloway goes around to third. Collins is on second. Now we're going to see Galloway's blue rated, so he's not going to go anywhere. All right. So we got first and third. Or sorry, second and third. All right. So that is a double from Collins. And that puts Galloway on third. We got one out in the inning. Runners at second and third. Here comes Sammy Hale to the plate. Hale is -1. So here we go. Lisby fires. And the pitcher wins that. It's a 15. That's a fly out. All right. Let me roll it in the thing. It's a fly out to the second baseman. All right. So we're not going anywhere on that one. So 2 outs now. And Al Simmons coming to the plate. Simmons is even up with Lisby. So let's see if he can drive in these 2 runs or not. Or if Lisby can shut him down. Here we go. He's even up. Pitcher wins easily. That's a little ground out to the first baseman. Steps on first and ends the inning and the threat. So the Senators escape serious trouble there. And the Athletics lose out on a major opportunity to score some more runs. But we move on. It's still 1-0. But it's getting late in the day here for Washington. So, all right. We got Rigney coming up. Okay. Still going to leave lefty in, even though he's using a D6. Haven't done bad for him yet. So, all right. So the batter is -1. 6 minutes. That's the time. We're going to pull this. Visiting team, next 2 rolls +1. So they're even up now. So here we go. Doesn't matter. Pitcher won it. It's a fly out on lefty's card. And it's a fly out to the shortstop. All right. So here we go. Aussie Blues coming up. He is yellow rated, and he is a righty, so it's only -1. He loses that one, though. That's a strikeout from Lefty Grove, and he sets him down swinging. So 2 outs there, and we roll on. Lisby coming up, and he's -2. Doesn't make any difference at all. It is a ground out to third. All right. So Lefty Grove is dominating this one. Okay, go on to the bottom of the 8th. Athletics still lead 1-0. All right. And we got Ty Cobb coming up. All right. And Cobb is -1 to Lisby. Take this one. We used that up already. Like I say, if you have any questions, just be sure and put them in the comments and I'll get back to them. So he's -1. Pitcher wins it. A 16 is a fly out. That's a fly out to left field. Cobb got into it, but didn't get in enough. All right, here comes Cochran. He's also -1 to Lisby. Doesn't matter. He wins that one. It's a 7. It's a single. So Cochran is on with 1 out. All right. That's a single, just so we know, for scoring purposes, out to center field. So, all right. Jimmy Fox coming up. Got a man on, 1 out. He's -1 to Lisby. -1 to 4. He still wins it. And that is a single on his card. So that means Cochran rolls at second. Let's see where it's hit to. Just over first base. Means the right fielder has the ball. Our right fielder is Rice, the right fielder for the right fielder is hang on. Right fielder is, I'm losing my mind here. Yep, it's Rice. And so let's see. I don't know if we're going to run. He's not going to run on him. He's yellow rated. That means it's 50-50 chance of getting there for Cochran. So we're going to leave him where he's at. All right. So runners at first and second. All right. Hitting center field and single to right field. We got 2 men on now for Zach Wheat coming up. And Wheat comes up at -1 to Lisenby. He wins it. And for Wheat, that is a double. That is going to be trouble for the Senators. So Wheat rolls around second base. That scores Cochran. And that puts Fox on third. Wheat on second. And we have another run in for the home team boys. It's 2-0. Definitely not what the Senators want to happen. All right, so we're going to make a pitching change here before anything else horrible happens for Washington. We're going to go over here and we're going to grab Braxton and bring him in the game. Garland Braxton is a lefty. Let's check his platoon splits. 1 to 3, he gets them. He does not. Still, he's green rated and a lefty. All right, so let's see how the Athletics do now with him in the game. I'm messing up my own scorekeeping here. Sorry about that. Pretty easy to fill in, though. All right. Okay, so Galloway's up. Runners at second and third. And we have 1 out. All right, here comes Galloway. He's -1 to Braxton. Braxton wins it. That's a 5. That's a ground out on his card. A ground out straight back to him. All right, so he's going to look those runners back. He's going to make the out at first. So that's 2 outs. All right. 2 down. All right. Braxton facing Lefty Grove at the plate. Lefty is -2. Braxton wins that one. That's an 8 on his card. That's a ground out. That's a little ground out. Catcher. So right in front of the plate. Fires down the line first and gets the out. All right. We are going to the 9th inning. This is Washington's last chance. Right here, kids. All right. Sorry, try to get that off there. What sets in? All right. Last shot at it. And it is Rice coming up. All right. So against Lefty Gross, he's -2. Grove. Sorry. All right. Nobody else on. Sorry. Let me get these guys off base. Oh, do the housekeeping over here. Otherwise, I'll confuse myself. All right. Sam Rice coming up. Rice is -1. 5 -1 is 4. He wins it. A 10 on his card is a single. So Rice is on. And it was a single to center field. All right. So Rice slaps one right at the middle and is on at first. Now, he's green rated, but let's see. Center fielder is Simmons. He's green rated. And then, yeah, I'm not going to send him. I got to be smart. All right, Bucky Harris coming up. He is -1. Pitcher wins it. It's a 14. That's a fly out. And that's a pop at second base. So there's our first out in the top of the ninth. So Harris is out. That brings up Tris Speaker. Let's see if Speaker can get this going for him. He'll be -2 to lefty. And lefty wins that one. That's a ground out to the second baseman. So 2 outs quickly in the top of the ninth. And here comes Goose Goslin to see if he can save the day for the visiting Senators. All right. Lefty is, let's see, they would be even up, but lefty is +1 because of the star, and he's also +1 for the platoon splits. So Goslin is -2. And that's it, folks. With a fly out to left field, the game is over. So that's a quick 9 innings. Strand won at the top of the ninth. But our final score today is the Philadelphia Athletics 1 and the Washington Senators 0. All right. Appreciate you watching. Like I say, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. Be sure and subscribe to the channel for more. And we'll be back with the next round of this as soon as I can get it played and up here. So thanks again for coming, and we'll see you next time.